We back, this time with full auto Nervier, and no one's favorite boss. Good news everyone, she's been nerfed, but only on an expert. I really got no idea why she was nerfed. She was never the problem. The the ads were, and yet they were left untouched for some reason. The minimum score to get to is 18k now, and we will do our best to reach it. I've got two setups to show: a budget team made up of farmable units, banner units, units available to two-player selector, and an invested team for those with more resources. Find the squad codes below in the description. So let me show you what I got. So we're starting this off with Linjian and a Hilde coming in. And that shield on Linjian is going to be super important here. Now, luckily there are some ads, so Hilde is able to get in front. And before that tower spawn, Ayun comes in and pops those ads. But as you saw there, Lin really needed that shield for Hilde because for just a moment she walks in front and gets shot. And that shield is pretty much the only thing that saves her. After that, we get our healer in. And now we're just waiting for some ultimates here. Gia is on the team, but of course she's also on banner. Now granted, all Winkins are on banner, but I went with this, specifically went with the one that is actually on a non-selector banner, so everybody could care. And then now we have Mia here. Now this of course, as always with all ad bosses, there is a ton of RNG, but luckily everything kind of times out pretty well here between all the ultimates and Mia. And because there is RNG, like I said, there's hit crit RNG as well as getting to the boss, but Mia does pack a punch since she's buffed and can pretty much take care of this boss on her own. For this team, we are running Quad as the ship, Kim Hana as the operator. For Linjian, we want tanky CDR, as much tank as we can. She's kind of dumb and she runs in front too often. Hilde, we want full CDR on her to get as many shields and as many ults so we can get shields so we don't get knocked back. Gayun, we are going full anti-ranger, anti-ground damage. You want skill haste, 10% is nice, but SC cases also can roll skill haste, so that if you have a set. Janatsu, usual tanky CDR. Sinjia, for here you don't have to worry too much about tank, though it is recommended, but it's more about getting her skill haste. For Mia, we are going as much crit damage, anti-ranger, anti-ground, and again skill haste. 9 to 10%. An SC case is, if you have a set that works with it, will be good here. Rivet, we're just throwing whatever damage gear we want on her. She has a lot of anti-counter damage already and anti-CO damage, so we don't have to sit here and worry about gearing her too much. And then for Tarask, I didn't even bother changing the gear. It's just coming out the death break a couple of times, and just so that Mia can blow the boss up. Now for the fun part. We have invested, which is on expert mode. And that means everything hits really hard, has a lot of HP. The boss got nerfed on expert. I don't know if y'all missed that, because they put that in really tiny text on the patch notes, but this boss got nerfed. But when they said the boss got nerfed, they literally mean just the boss, because these ads still have a ridiculous amount of stats, and that sniper, for whatever reason, can still two-shot your ship. So you definitely don't want that to happen. But that also means defenders who actually resist snipers still take a lot of damage for whatever reason. So we're having to bring out a lot of healers in order to keep her healthy and alive. And unfortunately, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because eventually the boss will sit there and put down an anti-healing, while actually, your healer's going to end up getting you killed. So we gotta actually try and take this boss down pretty quickly. So there's a bunch of setup here. And one of those setups is Regina, who's gonna be chilling in the back, stacking up as much attack as she can, so that we can actually pop the boss. Now we get Solvi out here finally, which gives Regina surefire on everything, so now she's actually able to sit here and start doing some damage to these ads and specifically that tower, and Surya is going to help out a bit there, taking it out. And now that Regina's out of her second form, she's going to actually be able to do some specials, which is actually going to help out as well. And of course, I'm sitting here saying all this, and it's all helping, trust, but these ads just have some ridiculous amount of HP. Like, even with all these buffs and Purifier, it's still taking forever, and true damage, mind you. But of course, like I was sitting here saying, we're all setting up so that we can sit here and burst the boss. Now that we got all of our buffs, we just need Regina to sit there and use her ult. Any day now. Oh, there we go. And as you see, that ultimate kind of just melts the boss a lot. Chunk a bunch of HP. Now, of course, people may end up getting knocked back or may die, but we have a ton of keys, so everybody's going to be able to exploit. There we go, Essarosa and Regina carrying us all the way to victory. For the invested team, we are going quad as the ship, Sisop as the operator. For Linjian, she doesn't actually need to use inhib hands. We could just go full CDR on her. Estarosa is quick enough on her feet that she gets in front of Linjian and protects her. For Estarosa, we're actually running the piece except for the hands. I don't like the hands on Estarosa, but for the most part, we're just going full skill haste with ground damage. We only have one line of anti-ground res, which is on the case. And then for Chinatsu, you guessed it, CDR tanky, as much CDR as possible. Her heals are kind of important for them. And then for Yang, same thing, as much skill haste, ground res. She's very squishy, prone to die to, light wind. Surya, we're going full death pin. Now, her ultimate does do true damage, but the rest of her kit doesn't, and we kind of want to push through the ads as quick as possible. For Sinjia, since she's an awaken, we don't have to worry about ground res too much, so we just put as much skill haste as we can. For Regina, we put our best death pin set on her. We don't have any death breaks on this team, so we need to be just pumping out as much damage as we can. Death pin's going to be the way to do it. And then for Solvi, you could do anti-ranger on her, but because this is an auto run, I just went with full skill haste, 96%, just a regular maze set. Timing seemed to work out pretty well to get that surefire buff. Thanks everyone for watching. If you made it this far, I really hope this helped you get the minimum score this season. And after some much needed rest, I'm back. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're feeling extra special, you can join the Mage Institute by clicking the join button. You can catch me on Discord, link is in the description. And if you want to help support this channel, there's a link in the description for that too. As always, I will see you all next time.